stopped bothering me about helping them. They proudly showed it off to their friends and family, boasting that their investment had paid off. It didn't bother me, but it didn't close the gap between us either. I kept my distance and didn't visit them often. 2 days ago, I decided to visit my parents after months of being caught up with work. I didn't give them a heads up. I wanted to surprise them, but there was a surprise waiting for me. When I arrived at the house, I saw Perry's car parked outside. I thought she was just visiting and I was glad about the idea of a family reunion. Perry had gotten married and moved out when my parents were still living in the rented house. It had been years since I last saw her at her wedding. I knocked on the door and Perry answered in her pajamas. I thought she was just visiting for a short while. We greeted each other with a hug and then she asked, "What are you doing here?" I jokingly replied, "Could ask you the same thing." I walked in and asked, "Where are mom and dad?" She sat on the sofa and casually answered, "Oh, they moved." I froze. "They moved? What do you mean they moved? This is their house." Perry shrugged as if it wasn't a big deal. "They didn't tell you?" "Actually, they gave it to me. Now I live here." I felt like the ground had shifted beneath my feet. "They gave you the house?" "The house I've been